If you think you need a massive team or $100,000 in funding to scale a mobile app, you're about to be proven wrong. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how my mobile app hit $44,000 per month in monthly recurring revenue with just me and one outsourced developer. No big team, no VC funding, just the right tech stack and a system that actually works. And most founders get this completely backwards. They think more people equals more progress. But I'm going to show you how the right tech stack can make one person more productive than an entire department, especially now with all the new tools popping up, and most of them are completely free. The pricing for these tools simply scales as you grow your business. And it is imperative that you keep up with the newest tools popping up because they provide an unfair advantage in the app game. Staying lean is the way to go. You move faster, you spend less, and this is how tons of solo builders are scaling their apps to 5, 6, and 7 figures. So this is the exact playbook and tech stack that I used to scale my own mobile app to $44,000 in MRR before selling the company to a larger mobile app studio in Europe. So if you stick around for the next 10 minutes, you're gonna walk away with the must-have tech stack that you can implement today to build and scale your mobile app. And it doesn't matter what phase you're at, if you only have an idea, if you're already building the app, or if you're in the process of scaling, this tech stack will be for you. Let's jump into it. Okay, so here we have it. Here is the entire complete tech stack. It's going to be broken up into different sections, from ideas and validation to design and development. We have some AI design and AI development tools here as well, some analytics tracking tools, and then finally we have scaling the app with paid ads and other content creation platforms. But before we jump into all the tools, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's been subscribing lately. We just hit 40,000 subscribers. It means the world that you're all enjoying the videos and enjoying the free value that I tried to provide. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Let's start off here at ideas and validation. Of course, we have Sensor Tower. On Sensor Tower, you can spy on other app companies and you can see exactly how much they are making. As we can see, we can look at Google here, and their revenue in the last 30 days has been $277 million. Let's take a look at another one here. You can type in pretty much any app. We can type in MyFitnessPal and see that they're making $14 million. Sensor Tower is the best place to go. You can spy on other app companies and see how much money they're making. This is the #1 tool you should be using for validation, because if there are competitors in your space and they are making a ton of money, you know that you have an idea that has potential to make money as well. Next, we have Google Trends. With Google Trends, you can also validate your app idea further. For example, PuffCount was a quit vaping app. So what I did before building PuffCount was typed in quit vaping, and you can search the trend data, and we can see that quit vaping is a search term that is up and to the right. It's on the rise in terms of how many people are searching for this. So we know that if people are searching for this term on Google, people want this problem solved. So you can type in any problem that you have, like weight loss. This has been a very popular term for a long time, so you know that a weight loss app would be a popular app, and there is a market for this. Next, we have viraladlibrary.io. This is a new product that we recently whipped up. You can go to this website and you can see the most viral videos all these different apps have. You can use this as validation as well, because if other apps are going viral easily on social media, you know that they have very strong marketing potential. If you want to build an app in a similar space, use this as a tool. And then of course we have TikTok and Instagram. Same way you use Google Trends, you can also search TikTok and Instagram for viral trends that are happening. So again, when I was building PuffCount, a quit vaping app, I used TikTok and Instagram to validate this idea further, right? All you have to do is go onto TikTok or Instagram, type in your keywords, and if you see that these videos are going viral, like these quit vaping videos, they all have hundreds of thousands of likes, right? You know this is a good idea. So you should 100% be using TikTok and Instagram to further validate your idea and understand what marketing is working for these concepts. And if you want this entire tech stack document for yourself, I've actually provided all of the necessary links here, so it's super easy for you to find the tools. It will be one of the links in the description, so check that out and I will send this over to you. Okay, next we have design and development. An absolute cheat code is CodeCanyon. If you don't know about CodeCanyon, this is a website that has templates of hundreds, if not thousands, of different mobile apps, right? So you can type in any mobile app idea here, and more likely than not, there will be a template that you can purchase and use to build the app. For example, we have a ride sharing app here. You can go on CodeCanyon, you can purchase this entire app template, and you can even live preview them as well. So this will include the entire code base, and this is a great starting point for any mobile app idea that you have. And again, you can type in anything here. We could do weight lifting, and boom, here's a home workout iOS template. Just make sure that you're always checking when the latest update was. You don't want it to be updated in 2020. You want it to be updated in the year that you're purchasing it. And then next, of course, we have 99 Designs. With 99 Designs, you can run a design contest, and I've been the biggest fan of this product. So they actually hooked me up with a landing page and a free $20 off any design contest that you run. This is how I get all of my apps, all of my projects designed. I run contests. I get 50, 60, 70 different designs from different designers, and then I simply pick my favorite one and go with that. 99 Designs is the best way to get any app or product designed. And as you can see, this is actually how I got Puff Count designed. I ran a design contest on 99 Designs. I sketched out the app idea, and then I ran a contest on 99 Designs, and this was the winner, and this is what the app ended up looking like. I ran this contest many years ago, and I got 101 different designs, and I only had to pay for the winner. Here were a couple of the other runner-ups right here. These also look pretty good, but we ended up going with this winner. If you need UI designed, 99 Designs is the tool for you. Next, of course, we have Upwork. Upwork is the only place to go when hiring developers. You can find very talented developers at a relatively low cost here. When you get your designs done, you can bring those over to Upwork and you can find a developer to bring those ideas to life. And again, I always recommend hiring from Eastern Europe. That's where the best talent is. I've also dropped a full video, a full Upwork hiring guide. If you want to check out that video, it's on my channel where I go in depth on how to hire the best developers in the world, and also make sure that they're not taking your idea, how to work with them after Upwork, how to work with them to get updates that you need after the app is done. All of that is covered in my other video, so go check that out. Next, we have two tools that go hand in hand. We have Paywall Screens and Screens Design. You should 100% be looking at these two websites as you are designing your product, because they will give you a very good idea of what's working in the market. Similar to Sensor Tower, Paywall Screens will tell you not only how much these apps are making, but they will also show you the paywalls that these apps are running. For example, we have Duolingo here that's making $25 million per month. This is their exact paywall. These are all the paywalls that they're testing right now. So if these paywalls are making $25 million a month for Duolingo, you should probably design something similar, right? If you have a language learning app. And again, you can filter and sort by all sorts of apps here. We can go to health and fitness, for example, and we can take a look at all the winning paywalls here. Flow, cycle tracking app is doing $8 million a month. Here's their exact paywall. Headspace. These companies have spent millions and millions of dollars A/B testing their different paywalls, and they're all given to you right here. So use this tool. And again, Screens Design, very similar, but here you get to see the entire app's onboarding, and you can actually use these two tools in parallel. So for example, if we wanted to look at Flow, which is making $8 million a month, we can also type that app into Screens Design, and we can watch their entire onboarding. This is like spying. This is a cheat code. We now understand what their paywall looks like, and we've seen their entire app onboarding. And again, these companies that are making millions of dollars per month, they put millions of dollars into A/B testing their paywall and their onboarding, and they're given to you on these two tools. So use Screens Design, use paywallscreens.com to understand what these apps are doing in the onboarding, what the first experience is for users, and learn from these and implement the same tactics into your app. Okay, now let's get into the AI tools. There are some new AI UI design tools that are absolutely incredible. We have Stitch, which is a product from Google. This is like any AI chat tool, right? You can describe the design that you want, and you can click generate designs, and Google will actually put them together for you. They have a couple examples. For example, this board game club planner, right? You can type in a prompt and Google will actually put these designs together for you, and you can copy them over to Figma. Similarly, we have Uwizard, UI-Zard, Uwizard by Miro Labs, and they have something very similar, right? You can chat with the AI and it will build designs for you. But what they also have is a wireframe scanner. So if you know the channel, you know I like to sketch out my app ideas and then put them into 99 Designs. This is very similar. You can sketch out your app design and it will build it for you. And not only that, they also have a template library of all these different mobile apps. For example, this learning app, you can open it up and you can use this template. You can take individual elements from this template and you can build your design that way. They even have interactive previews down here where you can mess with the apps and go through all of the UI features. Now we have the AI development tools. There are two tools that are clear runaway winners right now. The first one being Claude Code and the second one being Cursor. So if you want to vibe code your way to an MVP, these are the two tools that you should be using. And what's interesting is you can combine the Code Canyon templates with Claude Code and Cursor, right? You can purchase a pre-existing app template. You can throw the code database into Cursor or into Claude Code, and then you can make slight adjustments onto these apps. And you can whip up apps very quickly with a combination of these three tools. Okay, now let's get into optimization and analytics. The most important part when it comes to your tech stack. You need to be understanding everything that is going on in your app. If you don't have an overview of what your users are doing, where they're getting stuck, where they're converting, who's not converting, if you don't have this overview, you are not going to be successful in this game. You need to understand absolutely everything, and these are the tools to get that done. First, we have Superwall. If you've watched the channel, you know I love Superwall. So you can use Superwall to remotely change and A/B test your paywalls. You can A/B test different pricing, different heading, different wording, all of that stuff. You need to be using Superwall to find the highest LTV pricing for your app, because the higher your LTV is, the more you can spend on acquiring users, the more profitable your app is. Superwall is an absolute must-have tool. Next, we have RevenueCat. You can use RevenueCat and Superwall together. RevenueCat also has a paywalls tool, but I think Superwall is the clear winner here. But RevenueCat will give you very detailed analytics. They give you better insights on, the LTV, the churn rate, all that sort of stuff. And again, all these tools are free. Superwall is free. RevenueCat is free. They only start to cost money as you scale your mobile app. So you should absolutely have both of these tools inside your app to understand your analytics, where users are dropping off, your LTV, etc. We also have AppsFlyer, which is an MMP. You absolutely need an MMP if you plan on running paid ads, because with the iOS 14 update, Apple made it very difficult for TikTok or Facebook ads to actually track the conversions that are happening in your app. TikTok and Facebook have no idea who's converting, so you absolutely need an MMP if you want to feed that data back into the ad platforms and run ads more profitably. So AppsFlyer is the go-to. And again, I think your first 10,000 conversions are free, and then it starts to cost money. Next, we have Amplitude and Mixpanel. You can choose either one of these tools, but these are more in-depth product analytics when people actually get into your app and start using the features within your app. For example, we use Mixpanel to track the drop-off rate in between each one of our onboarding questions. So this is how I A/B tested and optimized my app onboarding. I had an event tracked for each individual screen, and I was able to see what the drop-off rate was in between each onboarding screen. So using this data, I was able to optimize my onboarding and keep a larger percentage of my users on the app through until the paywall and optimize my entire conversion rate that way. Again, Amplitude does the same thing. You can take your pick. These two tools are very, very similar. Finally, getting into the scaling portion of the tech stack, you can use Beehive if you want to build a newsletter or a waitlist for your app. Beehive is the ultimate newsletter tool. It's the easiest one to operate and to build on. They have all sorts of in-depth analytics. You can A/B test your different emails, and they have great subscription capture forms. So if you plan on building a newsletter or a waitlist for your app, Beehive is the way to go. And then next, of course, we have Posted. Posted is the best and the lowest risk way to get content built for your product. So on Posted, what you can do is run deals. And what you do is build a product overview, you have rules, and then creators will submit videos to your deal for free. So you get to watch these videos. If you like the video, you can choose whether or not to pay for it. So let me reiterate that. Creators will make videos for your product for free, and you only have to pay if you love the videos. If you love the video and you pay for it, then you will own that piece of content for life, and the creator will also post it on their own profile. So this video was accepted, the creator posted it on their profile, and this company now owns the video itself. They own the MP4 file, and they own the Spark Ads code if they choose to run that on Spark Ads. Which is a perfect segue into the final two tools that you absolutely need to scale your app, and that is TikTok ads and Facebook ads. So again, once you have your MMP set up and you have all of your analytics tracked and you have some content that you've gotten from Posted, you can then take that content, put it on a Facebook ads, put it onto TikTok ads, and start driving real traffic to your business, real consistent traffic. And again, you're gonna need RevenueCat, you're gonna need Superwall to increase the LTV of your app. And as long as your LTV is higher than your CAC, your customer acquisition cost, as long as your lifetime value of each user is higher than your customer acquisition cost, you have a money printing machine. And that's it. That is the complete tech stack. By no means do you need all of these tools. You should pick and choose the ones that help you out the most. But if you have any questions on any one of these tools, which one you should be using, which ones you should not be using, feel free to shoot me a DM on steven.builds. I always answer DMs there. I'll get right back to you. So congratulations. You are now ahead of 90% of the other app founders out there. You know the right tools needed to scale without hiring a massive team. I've also posted a full 50-minute free course to my YouTube channel where I show you exactly how I build an app from scratch and market it without writing a single line of code. And that video is going to be right here. I encourage you to give it a watch if you're serious about building and scaling mobile apps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got some value, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.